Trade of the day is going to be Tesla here today, brought to you by Day Trade the World. As always, it is all about that split that's coming through. 3-to-1 split, effective after markets tonight. So do not be shocked when you wake up tomorrow morning as you're watching this when your share price is a little bit different. Nothing fundamental has changed, but it is seen as a bit of a bullish event because it's a little bit cheaper for options plays to be made there, and investors psychologically, oh, I can buy into it even though we have fractional shares. I don't think that's as big of a deal, but a little bit of a different look here today because I'm going to talk about a breakout trade. And so it's not really about me pulling up the 15-minute or the daily chart or any of those higher time frames. I'm just going to stick to looking at yesterday's price action. Now, Tesla, for the last couple of days, has been relatively bullish compared to the overall market, which has been a little bit weak. So we're watching this all afternoon and actually anticipating, as this was relatively strong, if the market made another leg up, Tesla would be breaking that 900 level, and we waited. It was grinding higher, that kind of consolidation you wanted to see going into a potential break, and then suddenly it just ran out of steam. In fact, we ended up going short off 895 when it ran out of steam here. A couple of things to end off that we liked is that it breached this 890, then held a higher low and managed to close right at that 890 level. So that's one positive for it, that you're likely to get that 900 break coming here today. Of course, the catalyst, you're leaning to the long side because of the split. All these things are a factor. And coming into the morning, immediate support off of that 890 level, even better, a test, and I feel like this was about 899 and change. Got really close to that 900 in the pre-market, close to 8 o'clock, then slides back down, consolidates higher, right above the same range that was the top yesterday. So you're getting, anytime you reject the level, you're essentially putting in consolidations at higher levels, which is fantastic. That's what you want to see in a break. So we get that consolidation off the open. There was a dip buy, and much like every day this week, I was sitting $5 to $10 lower on the dip buy than where it got to. So we're going to end up missing out on that. However, key, it holds that 890 level. You get a series of higher lows on the way up. So it's going higher low, consolidate, higher low, consolidate. This is what you like out of a breakout style trade. It's giving you that momentum you're looking for, that stair step to that upside, that little bit of a slow grind. If it goes too parabolically into the move, like one shot up, one big candle in one straight move, you end up buying the top and it's exhausted itself. There's too many people that have the long at the bottom that have not been taking profit on the way, which can clog the move. That's not what you get here. You get a nice little stair step, so people have likely been taking profits, maybe even trapping some shorts on those curls, as each one looks like a potential rejection of that high. That leads to that breakout, which was very clean. Initial scalp right to the 2 and 4 levels, and then it's off to the races. Unfortunately, when it got to 10, it did reverse, and there were two factors here. One I'll get to, maybe glossed over what happened over there at 5 and 6, because on a 3-minute chart, it's hard to be able to see what happened at 5 and 6, but it hung up there with large size offers popping in and selling before it eventually blew through. And then the same thing ended up happening at 10. And when it happened at a psychological level like 10 and the market couldn't break out at that moment, all the reason in the world to get out at that level. Now, clearly had a bit of a long bias going here. Otherwise, you do have a double top for a short off the high. But I find sometimes when you have a stock which is relatively strong to the market, expressing trades to the long side in that stock and then looking for other places that are relatively weak to go short, example would be something like Intel, then it's an easier way to operate. That way, when the market's strong going up, I know the stock I want to be fading, but let me just focus on trying to find longs for Tesla. And if I don't find another long, fair enough, there's plenty of other things to short. But the breakout trade is a nice one to have in your back pocket. You just want those signs that it is strong enough, that it's building toward that level, that it's stair-stepping up, that it's not too crowded when it gets there, it didn't go parabolic right into that break and you're buying the top. Those are the things I look for. Tesla 900 gave it to us here. That's why it's a trade of the day. As always, brought to you by Day Trade the World. Always trades like this and opportunities like this every day in the market. That's why you want to be with them.